This is the Helios 44mm 58mm f2. How does it perform on the Fujifilm X series cameras? The lens was produced in the old Soviet Union by Jupiter, among others, from 1958 till 1992 and was a standard lens on many SLRs such as the Zenit E. Now this may be the most produced standard lens in the world. Sorry, terrible impression. Anyway, as such, it shouldn't be hard to find one going for cheap. The lens is 4 centimeters long, weighs 116 grams and has a filter size of 49 millimeters. If we relate it to full frame terms, this 58mm works out approximately 87mm in focal length on your Fujifilm bodies. Now as for the build quality, typical for a lens of its age, the body, the mount, it's all made of metal, so it's solid, you can knock it about, and surprisingly for a lens of this age you'll find many clean copies knocking about, again probably due to the mass production. It's worth noting that the lens has 8 diaphragm blades and it focuses from 45 centimeters upwards, and it goes from f2 to f16. No surprises then that I think this is one of the best cheap vintage lenses that you should get to team up with your Fujifilm camera. The images you can produce are sharp in the center especially, and from f2 you'll have no disappointments unless you're a pixel peeper, but then most pixel peepers don't come to this channel. The colours produced really aren't that bad. They can be special, but of course it's all about the bokeh. Thanks to the 8 diaphragm blades, this lens is famous for the circular or swirly bokeh effect. It's definitely good fun used in the right circumstances, and to be honest, why else would you buy this lens? The out of focus areas are beautiful. Not always perfect, as I'm sure you'll see in the samples, but it's a kind of imperfection that can make it appealing, if that makes any sense. It's worth adding that while I didn't go shooting for this crazy effect most of the time, I did find the bokeh to be smooth and even creamy with the right background. Now the focusing, it's not particularly loose in my example here, but it's decent. Now worth noting for video users, as with many old lenses, the focus throw is quite long, so that might be appealing to you. It's worth noting that in some circumstances the edges were very soft, unusually so, but in the majority it wasn't an issue. I've included images that show that, but you're going to have to pause if you really want to check it out properly. Overall, the lens produced sharp images, good fun lens, nice colours, nice tones. In fact, I think this lens could be good fun for portraits during golden hour, especially with a few choice city lights in the background. There are some great examples of this lens in use on the internet, and the value for money really is clear. Don't overpay for it. This is the most produced standard lens in the world, apparently, so you shouldn't have to really pay too much for this. £5, £10, £15 tops. Get involved in the conversation below. Let us know your experiences with this lens and let us know what you want to see in future videos.